Examine the records of ancient cultures separated by thousands of miles of ocean and millennia of history. Despite having no known contact, we find a series of recurring motifs, powerful beings descending from the sky to shape the origins of humanity. These civilizations left behind engineering feats that continue to challenge our understanding of their capabilities. The Great Pyramid of Giza is constructed from millions of stone blocks, weighing up to 80 tons, aligned with precision at the Earth's geographical center. This aerial view of the Nazca Desert in Peru reveals massive geoglyphs etched into the Earth. These shapes are so large they are invisible from the ground, meaning they were designed to be viewed by an observer looking down from the sky. The science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke famously proposed that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Consider how a prehistoric human, lacking any concept of physics or mechanical engineering, would interpret the arrival of a spacecraft. Without the vocabulary for science, they would describe flying chariots and miracles. These ancient texts might be more than myths. They could be primitive, literal attempts to document an encounter with a technologically supreme race. Do you believe our origins are tied to alien engineering? Let me know in the comments and subscribe as we look at the evidence in our own biology. This search for origins eventually leads to the greatest unsolved mystery in science, the biological spark. We still do not fully understand how inert, non-living chemicals on early Earth first organized themselves into living, dividing cells. While several terrestrial theories exist, the difficulty of replicating this process in a lab has led some researchers to consider an extraterrestrial source. This perspective treats the ancient alien idea as a serious biological hypothesis rather than just folklore. Francis Crick, the Nobel Prize winner who helped discover the double helix structure of DNA, held a radical view on how that code first arrived on Earth. Crick proposed a theory called Directed Panspermia. He argued that life didn't start by accident in a primordial soup, but was instead packaged and sent to Earth by an advanced alien civilization as a deliberate biological payload. We have already seen evidence that biological signatures can survive the vacuum of space. The ALH 84001 meteorite from Mars was found to contain these microscopic structures, which some scientists believe resemble fossilized extraterrestrial bacteria. If directed panspermia is correct, humanity is the result of an intentional terraforming project, a designed expansion of life across the stars. Statistically, the universe should be teeming with life. With 13.8 billion years of history and trillions of habitable worlds, the Fermi paradox asks a simple question: why do we only hear silence? The zoo hypothesis suggests that advanced civilizations are aware of us, but enforce a policy of strict non-interference. They may be observing our development from a distance, much like we observe animals in a nature preserve. This scientific model mirrors the religious concept of a silent, omnipresent God who watches over humanity, but allows our history to unfold through our own choices. Astrophysicists use the Kardashev scale to categorize these potential civilizations. A Type 3 civilization on this scale would be capable of harnessing the energy of an entire galaxy, giving them power that is unfathomable by human standards. A civilization with this level of power could manipulate the weather or the very energy of a planet. To a primitive observer, these technological acts would be perceived as the divine omnipotence described in our oldest texts. Evidence of such an influence might be hidden within us. About 98% proving we were created by aliens only shifts the mystery. It leads to an infinite regress. Who created the engineers? The search for a first cause remains an open philosophical question. Regardless of our origins, humanity is now looking outward. We have moved from painting on cave walls to building sensors, capable of listening to the far reaches of the galaxy. The James Webb Space Telescope is currently scanning distant exoplanets like K2-18b, searching for atmospheric gases that only living organisms can produce. Carl Sagan famously noted that the atoms in our bodies were forged in dying stars. We are literally made of star stuff. Whether we are the result of divine will, an alien experiment, or cosmic chance, the miracle is the same. The universe has assembled its own dust into conscious beings, finally capable of looking back at the stars and asking why we are here.